Alright, pre-calculus. This week is graph to equation in radians. Next week, no idea. Yeah, it's Presswood and I haven't decided what we're doing next week. Still talking about it. Graph to equation. So there's two types. Frequencies in radians. Yeah. So let's see. First thing I'm going to show you is how to write equations for sine. Remember, sine starts in the middle of the road. So we're going to use one of these points as our phase displacement, but this one is safe. And this one is also safe. Because remember, if you think back to what the graph of sine looks like, we would always start in the middle and then go up like that. These would be like reflections, so I would not use those unless you have a graphing calculator and you could actually plug this in and check it. So it's easy to tell where the middle of the road is. It's easy to tell what the amplitude is. If we took away this helper graph, it would be a lot harder, but not really. You would literally just connect this point to that point, see? And then you'd connect this one to that one, so it wouldn't be that hard, in my opinion. Here we go. Y equals, we know the sinusoidal axis is 5, we know the amplitude is 2, and let's do these first. Oh, wow. Sine, we don't know the frequency yet, but we do know, that's -3, so it could be a +3. Yeah, that's one possible answer. We could also have, I'm leaving this blank, looks like 5. We got everything except for this piece, so that's what makes these, that's the only math you really have to do, right? So let's take a look at the period. Remember, period for sine, cosine, secant. Cosecant is 360 degrees or 2 pi. Frequency equals 2 pi divided by whatever the period is. Let's see, so we could use those 2 points to find the period. -5 to 3 is 8. We could use these 2 points to find the period. -1 to 7 is still 8. We could use these 2 points. -3 to 5 is 8. Doesn't matter. Obviously, I should have left that there, sorry. Obviously the period is 8. Voila. And then you reduce. And now we know the period. Voila. Except, remember, you're writing a graph for this function. This is just there to help you do that. So make sure you cross this out and write cosecant. Yeah. There. So those are 2 possible answers. And then I'm going to do, depends on what the directions say. If the directions say write a cosecant, why can I not speak? If the directions say write a cosecant equation, there's 2 possible correct answers. Obviously, period is 8, so you could just keep on adding 8, right? Or subtracting 8. So the next one would be x minus 13, x minus 21, x minus 29, etc. But the 2 that we're showing you are in the picture. Obviously, the function continues forever. Yeah. Okay. And next. Watch how easy this is. Sometimes math's just so easy. We already know the period. I'm just going to use a different phase displacement. I'm going to use, for secant. Secant is reciprocal of cosine. So, no, plus 9. That's another possible answer. That's another possible answer. And another one. I'm gonna have to zoom out. Sorry, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. 5 plus 2. See, I don't know why there's this giant gap there. Shouldn't be a giant gap there. And we could also use this one, which is 7. Again, you could tell that the period, looking at these numbers, you can tell the period is 8. Right? There you go. 5 possible correct answers. Even though I'm really good at this and a teacher, I would not use cosine. I would not use these points down there. Just too dangerous without a graphing calculator to check. Yeah. Okay, type 2. Oh, that's not it. There it is. Type 2 is when I know you're scared. You see those numbers and you're scared. I don't blame you. Me too. My initial reaction is, oh crap. But it's not that bad. Just like on the previous one, these are going to be our cosine equations. No. This one. But I don't know what that number is. This one. Don't know what that number is. What the heck is this nonsense? Huh. I see. First thing I was like, oh crap, how am I going to find the period? Because I don't know what that number is. 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 So, but I do know these two numbers. So I could find the period using those two numbers. Or I could use these two numbers. Yeah. Whew, scared me for a second. And I'm the one that made this. Okay, middle of the road is 2. I'm going to use, cosine's just easier, so I'm going to go with cosine first. Okay. And I'm going to show you 3 possible equations. Middle of the road is -2. Amplitude is 6. Cosine. So we're doing secant. Yeah. For these are secant. I'm going to leave this blank because I don't know. I do know phase displacement. We go plus pi 6. Secant. Next one. X minus pi thirds. If you're really good at fractions, you can already tell what the period is just by looking at these two numbers and finding the distance between them, or the difference. 5 pi 6. So, period. I'm going to take these two numbers and subtract them. So you get 5 pi 6 minus pi thirds. And remember, 1/3 is like 2/6. Yeah? Oh shoot. Minus. There. And it's kind of obvious here, like that's 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6. Kind of obvious when you look at the scaling. Yeah? So the period is 3 pi 6, or pi halves. Yeah? And now the frequency is 2 pi divided by pi halves, which equals, the pi's cancel, so you end up getting 2 divided by a half, and that is 4. Done. There you go. Just a reminder, what does frequency mean? That means how many cycles would there be in a full 360-degree window, or in this case it's radians, so in a 2 pi window there would be 4 complete cycles. That's what frequency means. Simple. And if they tell me to write a cosecant equation, I have no idea, to be honest with you, what that number is. What that number is. What that number is. What that number is. Well, let's hope you don't encounter any problems like that. I mean, obviously there's a way, mathematically. I'm not seeing it right now, so we'll just go with, there's 3 possible answers, hopefully, on this type of problem. On the assignment, they only ask you to find or write a secant equation. If they ask you to write cosecant, then the hard part about, if they said cosecant, we would know the period. We could still figure out the period. The period doesn't change, but the phase displacement, ooh. Here's what you do. Just estimate. If this is pi 6, pi thirds, it is, I'm going to show you some math skills right now. So that chunk, I'm going to duplicate that chunk the best I can. Ooh, look at that. So you would find the distance between these 2 points and divide it into 1, 2, 3, 4 fifths. Yeah, complicated. Don't worry about that though. That ain't gonna happen.